Hello, my name is Dave and welcome to Fore Golf. If you are new here, I make golf videos in Perth, Western Australia and sometimes further afield. We are going to be talking about the competitions that I played throughout July, what went well, what didn't go so well, and a new phenomena that I'm starting to track called my Anti-Handicap. I'm also going to talk about a few videos that are coming up, a few different training aids and toys and stuff like that that are going to be on the channel very, very soon. Okay, so the golf. We started this month with a handicap of 11 and we are now a little bit higher than that. That's because I apparently cannot finish a round of golf. Yes, in all of them I started well but fell away at the end, and I just wanted to kind of go through those, but really we're not going to dwell too much on them, honestly, because it's just depressing. So in all three of these rounds I started on the... Is that a fly? It's the middle of winter. So in all three of these rounds, I started on the 10th hole and had pretty good starts in all of them. So the first of the rounds actually went okay. 34 points, a little bit disappointing, but I did have one double in there. Yeah, one double. And that was actually on my front nine, but overall played pretty well in that round. I shot an 84 in that round and the stats overall were pretty good as well. You know, 6 fairways, 5 greens, not bad for me. Definitely could be better, but you know, that's the way it goes sometimes. Now the second round is probably the most disappointing of these. I started on 10, had a good start and then faded away. I had 17 points on the front nine, which, you know, I appreciate it's still one under that, but then just fell away completely on the back nine. And I'm really struggling to put my finger on exactly what it is. I don't know if it's a mental thing, whether I was getting tired. I honestly cannot put my finger on it just yet. But they were little errors, you know, like duff chips or leaving myself in a bunker, those kind of things. Sometimes putts don't drop and you accept that, but I never really, on the back nine, left myself in any positions to really score well. I mean, as it was, that front nine that I played had 2 doubles in there and I still got 17 points. So I was kind of scrambling it in the front nine, my front nine, and it just fell away at the end. In that second round though, I started with 3 of the best drives I've probably hit consecutively in my life. All over 240 metres, one of them was into wind and that was 240, the other 2 were up 260, 270, down the middle. I found something there. I started teeing the ball up, or kind of aligning the ball in sort of like the toe side of the club head, if that makes sense. I'll try and put an image up, but basically, so as I'm lining up, I'm looking at the ball being in the toe half of the driver. And when I put that there, I feel like I can just swing as fast as I want, and it just seems to actually find the middle a lot more, and that was really working. Sadly, the rest of my game fell apart like a cheap suit and I came home with 28 points and very disappointing. So overall, yeah, shooting 90 in that round, not ideal. So I decided I was going to squeeze one more round in. Then the final round that I decided to go and play a competition on Tuesday morning and played with Tom. And actually Tom just had a baby, so congratulations to Tom. I haven't met little Harry yet, but looking forward to that. And yeah, well done, mate. Congrats to you and the missus. So yeah, played with Tom on a Tuesday morning. It was a little bit wet, a little bit rainy, but overall pretty steady golf. Tom actually played really, really well, and I think he kind of dragged me along with him just a little bit. But again, like, we were in a good position, or I was certainly in a good position. He was ahead of me. But then from there, I make 2 doubles and a triple in the last 4 holes. Honestly, the triple as well, just out of nowhere, hit a good shot into a par 3, and it was maybe just a little bit long. It was a club long, probably. Couldn't get up and down out of the bunker. In fact, I 4-putted. Yep. So very, very disappointing how I kind of finished those off. But it does bring me to another stat that I'm starting to track now. Now, I can't remember where I saw this, but the concept of an anti-handicap is something that came across my desk recently. I don't actually have a desk. This is a Guinness beer barrel. So the anti-handicap is, I guess, exactly what you're expecting. It's, rather than being the combination or the average of your best 8 scores of your last 20, it's the average of your worst. I think this gives you a really good insight into how consistent, if anyone can really be consistent, your golf game is, because that is you on your worst day. Now for me, when I was tracking this, I was an 11 handicap. I've actually gone up to 11.2. My anti-handicap is an 18, gone out to an 18.3. So on my worst day, I'm a bogey golfer. And that's kind of like, that's about right, as much as that isn't nice to say. So if you do track a handicap, or if you have an official handicap, go in and have a look for yourself. I think this is really an insight that is useful to you if you're chasing getting better. If you can make the bad days just a little bit better, it will sail you through so much better for those great days when they come around. Statistics show that you're probably only going to shoot your handicap of 36 points every 3 or 4 rounds, and that's if you're doing well. So also when you're watching YouTube videos, be kind, because sometimes you see me on my worst day, just like the video at Meadows that came out a couple of weeks ago. Speaking of recent videos, we've got a few coming up. We've just had the Stinger, the push buggy video come out. Hopefully that was well received. I've got a couple of others. I've got the Prosendr training aids, the ones that we tried in that lesson and didn't go so well, but they went a lot better in the actual review of them. And there's also going to be the, I've got it down here actually, the pinned golf tablet. Now I teased this in the Target 27 from Meadows, which might already be out. In fact, yes, it came out last week. The other thing that I haven't filmed the review yet. I have had a few putts with it though. And this, I might have to move closer to the camera. Maybe I'll just hold it up. This is a wooden putter. Made by Timber Touch Putter Works. It's actually got, if I can show you the other way around, it's got my logo on there. Full video will come on this soon, but I'm really excited to take this out on a golf course and see how it goes. It's going to be interesting. I've hit a few putts with it in here. I haven't missed yet. So we'll see if that has a place in my bag when we do that review. I've also got, on the way from America, some VR golf for you. I'm really excited to see how that goes. As a bit of a nerd, I'm looking forward to seeing how VR golf goes. I've never even had a VR headset though, so I'm probably looking forward just to actually playing with that. So hopefully that's going to arrive for when I have an opportunity to film when I'm next back from work. And that's all I have for today and this month, I guess. As you might have seen, I've changed some things around in the shed as well. I had a birthday and I talked about that in the Meadows video, and I've got some gifts here. I noticed that all of my gifts were alcohol related, which probably says a bit about me. But that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. The sub count continues to grow. We're on that target of getting to 7,500 before the end of the year. And if you have enjoyed what you've seen, make sure you're subscribed and hit the like button there. And I will see you next time. In fact, do you know what? There's actually not a bad side to the fact that my handicap's going out a bit, because in August, there should be another chopper major. So if I'm playing off 13 for that one, then I've got to be in with a chance. Hopefully. Stay tuned. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.